Hello, Dr. Jessica here, coming at you live from Farmington, Minnesota. And today we're going to talk about some gluten-free tips. So if you have not followed my journey, I have gone gluten-free. This is my second week of doing gluten-free. And because of that, I've had a few people ask me where to even start. Like, how do you make it so that it's not overwhelming? So tip number one, I'm going to give you 5 tips. Tip number 1, start gradually. Don't feel like you have to throw everything in the trash that you have already bought. Start slow, right? Eat the food that you already have, but when you go to the grocery store, make sure that you're buying the foods that you want to eat and not buying the foods that you're trying to avoid. So tip number 2, look for the gluten-free label. It's a golden GF on food products, and then sometimes they even spell it out, hey, it's gluten-free. Because we live in such a gluten-friendly society at this point, a lot of the food is going to be labeled gluten-free for that very reason. So make sure that you're buying the food that has that GF or it's actually spelled out gluten-free. And then tip number 3, get your household on board, right? We don't want to have separate meals because of just one person. We want everybody to have an understanding of why we're going gluten-free. So see if you can get your husband, your significant others, your children. Children are going to be the easiest to influence because you're cooking for them. But the significant others, let them know what you're trying to do, why you're doing it, and how it's going to benefit the family as a whole. So get your household on board. Tip number 4, eat fulfilling foods. So for me, I've been eating a lot of rice, a lot of oatmeal. I've also been eating like pistachios and tortilla chips, because tortilla chips, surprisingly, they're made from corn, so they're gluten-free as well. So find the fulfilling foods for you, and that will really help you in the moments where you just feel like you're not getting enough. And then tip number 5 is snacking. Having snacks is key, right? Because we find that at 2 o'clock we get hungry or we get tired and we need that little boost of energy. Have some pistachios on hand, have some sliced up salami on hand, avocados with carrot sticks, things of that nature, just things that you are going to look forward to, even if it's just jerky itself. That's going to be really beneficial, just having those snacks on hand. So we talked about 5 tips for going gluten-free. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will be seeing a few of you tonight at our Feed My Starving Children event. I hope you enjoyed this and you learned something, and I look forward to speaking to you next week.